You're midway through a crucial raid in your favorite MMORPG. Your team's counting on you to clutch the final boss. Your screen's a slideshow, your teammates are typing GG in chat, and your once mighty gaming rig is now a glorified Netflix machine. Sound familiar? If you've ever felt your laptop choke under the weight of modern games, or worse, your budget, you're not alone. But what if I told you there's a machine that can keep up without breaking the bank? Meet the HP Victus 15, a gaming laptop that doesn't just promise performance. It delivers it, all while staying surprisingly affordable. Let's be real, the gaming laptop market is flooded with overpriced flash and underpowered compromises. You've got Ultrabooks masquerading as gaming machines, or full-on desktop replacements that cost more than your car. The real pain point? Finding a balance. Something that can handle today's games at smooth frame rates, multitask like a champ, and still fit in your backpack without demanding a second mortgage. Most budget gaming laptops cut corners on cooling, storage, or display quality, leaving you stuck with thermal throttling or blurry visuals. The Victus 15 steps into that gap with a clear promise. No excuses, just performance. From the moment you lift the lid, the Victus 15 makes a strong first impression. It's clad in a sleek silver aluminum chassis with subtle angular accents that scream gamer, but not in a neon-lit, RGB overload kind of way. It's professional enough for a coffee shop, but the angular vents and bold HP logo give it gaming cred. The lid opens smoothly with a satisfying click, revealing a 15.6-inch FHD display that's both vibrant and responsive. The anti-glare coating is a godsend. No more squinting in bright rooms or battling reflections during late-night sessions. The keyboard is backlit with 3 brightness levels, and the keys have a decent travel distance, making long typing sessions or intense gaming marathons comfortable. The touchpad is responsive, though not as premium as some higher-end models, but it gets the job done. Build quality feels solid for the price. No creaky hinges or flimsy plastic flex. It's not a tank, but it's not a toy either. Now let's talk power. At the heart of this machine is the AMD Ryzen 5 7535HS, a 6-core, 12-thread processor built on the efficient 6nm Zen 3 Plus architecture. With a base clock of 3.3 GHz and a max boost of 4.55 GHz, it's no slouch in productivity or gaming. Paired with 16 GB of DDR5 RAM, this setup breezes through multitasking. Think 20 Chrome tabs, Discord running in the background, and a video editing app open simultaneously, without breaking a sweat. The 1TB PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD is the real star here. Boot times are lightning fast, games load in seconds, and file transfers feel instantaneous. Whether you're editing 4K video or streaming to Twitch, this storage setup keeps up. And then there's the graphics. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2050 with 4 GB of GDDR6 VRAM. It's not a 3080-tier beast, but it's more than capable of running modern titles like Fortnite, Apex Legends, or Valorant at high settings and 144Hz refresh rate on the 1080p display. We're talking smooth, tear-free gameplay with room to tweak settings if you want to push it further. The 144Hz refresh rate isn't just a spec on paper, it's a game changer. Motion is crisp, input lag is minimal, and competitive players will appreciate the edge it gives in fast-paced shooters. The display covers 45% NTSC color, so don't expect HDR or Adobe RGB accuracy, but for gaming and general use, it's more than adequate. Let's put this thing through its paces. I ran a mix of synthetic benchmarks and real-world tests. Cinebench R23 scored around 12,500 in multi-core and 1,400 in single-core. Solid for a mid-range laptop. In 3D Time Spy, it hit about 3,200 points, which puts it in the same league as other RTX 2050 systems. Gaming performance? In Cyberpunk 2077 at medium settings and 1080p, I averaged 55 FPS with DLSS set to quality mode. Not ultra settings, but definitely playable. In Valorant, I locked in 240 FPS on average, perfect for competitive play. The thermal performance is where this laptop really shines. Even after an hour of gaming, the bottom stays warm but not scorching, and the fans ramp up just enough to keep temps in check without sounding like a jet engine. Battery life? Realistically, expect 4 to 5 hours of light use. Web browsing, document editing, Zoom calls. It's not a MacBook, but it's not a power hog either. The Wi-Fi 6 support ensures low latency, online gaming, and fast downloads. And the HDMI 2.1 port lets you hook up a secondary 4K display for a dual monitor setup. The webcam is 720p, which is fine for Zoom calls, but don't expect cinematic quality. The dual speakers are decent for the price, but they lack bass. Bring headphones for immersion. So, where does the Victus 15 stand in the grand scheme of things? Compared to the Acer Nitro 5 or Lenovo Legion 5, it holds its own in performance, especially with that Ryzen 5 processor and DDR5 RAM combo. The Legion 5 might offer better thermals and a slightly better display, but it often costs more. The Nitro 5 is cheaper, but usually skips the 144Hz screen and DDR5 memory. The Victus 15 strikes a better balance for the price, faster RAM, a smoother display, and solid cooling. It's not the absolute best in any single category, but it's consistently good across the board. The trade-offs? You're not getting a high-end GPU, like an RTX 3060 or 4070, so don't expect 4K gaming or ray tracing at max settings. The display isn't OLED or even high refresh rate beyond 144Hz. And while the build is solid, it's not ultra-premium. But for the price, typically under $900, it's a steal. Here's the bottom line. If you're a gamer, a student, or a creator on a budget who needs reliable performance without overspending, the HP Victus 15 is a fantastic choice. It doesn't cut corners where it matters most: CPU, RAM, storage, and display. And it delivers smooth, responsive gaming and multitasking without breaking the bank. Yes, there are laptops with fancier specs, but they'll cost you twice as much and often come with worse real-world performance due to poor cooling or outdated components. This laptop is proof that you don't need to mortgage your future to enjoy modern gaming. If you're ready to upgrade from a potato PC or a crippled Ultrabook, the Victus 15 is waiting. Click the link below, check the current price, and take the first step toward a gaming experience that actually keeps up with your ambitions. Your teammates and your wallet will thank you.